3.5 years ago, I quit my sales job for a Fortune 500 company. Of course, after building up my client base for 2.5 years, and I was earning a 6-figure income, but the unrelenting stress and 11-hour days were taking their toll. My husband and I decided that our quality of life was more important than the money. Barely, but it was more important. And we have a house and we wanted to keep it, so I knew I was going to have to get another job. But in the meantime, I started selling some jewelry that I had that I wasn't wearing on eBay and some clutter that I had around the house. And when my friends and family found out that I was selling on eBay, they started asking me, well, what would you charge to sell some things for me? And I thought, I have no idea. But I did come up with a plan, and I started selling on consignment for other people. And I thought of the company that I had worked for, and as a Fortune 500 company, they had an exact formula for their salespeople to follow in order to grow their business. And I had seen that formula work. So I thought, well, what would happen if I came up with a formula for growing a successful eBay business? And I never did have to go get another job, and my husband and I were able to enjoy the freedom of having our own business. And after 3.5 years of selling on eBay, I refined that plan to enable me to grow an even more profitable business, and now I'm offering that plan to other people. And in the past, if someone was laid off, the best advice I could give them is how to do well in an interview. But now in this market, that might not be enough. At this time, a person might consider starting a home-based business in order just to get back into the workforce. According to a report on November 6th by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the number of unemployed people grew by 558,000 to 15.7 million. The unemployment rate grew by 0.4 percentage point to 10.2%, which is the highest rate since April of 1983. In October, 35.6% of unemployed people were jobless for 27 weeks or more. And in addition to the unemployed, the number of people working part-time grew to 9.3 million, and this was due to the economy. These people were either cut down to part-time or could not find a full-time job. But in this economy, we need to be creative about how to earn an income without necessarily working for somebody else. And you might be wondering, if the economy is so bad, hasn't eBay been affected? And in terms of increased yearly growth, yes. As of 2007 to 2008, the gross merchandise volume for eBay evened out to $13 billion per quarter. However, there are 88 million active users on eBay. And eBay has a presence in over 39 international markets. Approximately 1.5 million people make a part or full-time living selling on eBay. As far as my own business is concerned, I have seen a change. And what I've seen is a real slow in domestic sales. But my international sales have doubled. In fact, overall, my sales have increased by over 100% since this time last year, equaling approximately $18,000 a month in sales. For people who are having trouble finding a job in this market, starting a home-based eBay business is something they could do with very little investment. If they use the right tools, they can make it into a profitable business. Some people might think that selling on eBay is some phony scheme where you make thousands of dollars a week by working 2 hours a day, and those pitches are a phony scheme. But if you work 20 to 40 hours a week and you implement an effective plan and outsmart the competition, you can definitely make enough money to pay a Bay Area-sized mortgage. To run your own profitable eBay business, you need to master 3 things. 1, where to get your inventory and how to master your sources of that inventory. 2, keep expenses down so your per item profit is higher. And 3, implement an effective system to manage your listings and sales. First, where to get your inventory. Well, first of all, just let go of that stuff that is cluttering your house and you're not using. Get some experience. And then start selling for other people. Your inventory costs you nothing when you sell on consignment because you don't pay your consigners until the item sells and the buyer has paid you. You'll need to have a commission plan and a contract to use with your consigners. Second, you need to keep expenses down. And while listing fees are just 15 cents to $4 per item depending on the starting price, every picture after the first free picture has a fee. So, and you need to have enough pictures so that potential bidders can feel confident they know what they're getting and that the winning bidder gets what they expected. With the 152 items that I have in my eBay store, my fees for my pictures alone would have cost me $132 last month, except I use a system with HTML and free web space, so I didn't have to pay for any of those pictures. And finally, you need an efficient system for listing and sales and client management by using a database. One thing you learn the first time you list something on eBay is that it is time consuming. Per item, it can take 20 to 30 minutes from listing to shipping it off. And if you're making $20 per item, you'll have to sell 200 items per month to make $4,000, or even if you're making $40 an item, you still have to sell 100 items that month. So not only do you have to have an efficient system for listing those items, but you need to keep your listing costs down, and you have to have some sort of inventory management and accounting system in place. My program not only cuts the listing time in half, it also integrates inventory and sales data into the entire process. All of your records are managed in a database without entering the information more than once. And it then produces spreadsheets for your clients that shows them the fees, your commission, and their portion. And this not only provides the clients with your clients with professional reports, but it tells you what you're making per item and also breaks out the fees. Okay. Did it go into? No, it's the end of the slideshow. I just was behind the slideshow. Thank you. So, anyway, you have to know what your fees are, or you might be making less than what you think. The whole system is less than $15 per month, and an eBay store is only $15.95 a month, and insertion fees are minimal. Selling on eBay is a great business to supplement your income or even provide you with an opportunity to work from home.
What percentage do you or someone who's running the business to sell it for someone charges? Is it percentage of the whatever they make?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's a commission, and actually for the first, up until about a year and a half ago, I was charging a commission, and then I was paying all the eBay and PayPal fees on the advice of a eBay guru. But then eBay completely changed their fee structure in April of last year. So because I wasn't breaking out all of the fees to save on accounting time, I didn't realize I was making about half of what I thought I was because they had doubled their fees. So it took me 3 months to figure it out. So now I charge a commission based on the net selling price. So the selling price minus eBay and PayPal fees, and then my commission. And for items that sell between $50 and $1,000, it's 30%.
So now you say you're helping people to kind of start this sort of thing. Have you written some literature on it, or are you thinking about doing that?
Well, that's a great question. Actually, I became an education specialist trained by eBay 6 months ago, so I started teaching eBay classes. But then when I was telling my students an efficient way to do it and that they should use a database and that I have a database, and I thought I should make this database online so that they could use it and do it that way, because otherwise you're doing something here and you keep handling your item different times, and this way you just handle it once. So I've got my database online, and then I've put together training programs on how to do it, so it really teaches them how to list from start to finish, how to manage their clients, and I'm putting together an ebook to give people 10 basic pointers on how to run a successful business.